Welcome to the Daily Chess Puzzle. Today we have an endgame lecture again, and we will have a look how you win with the pawn majority. So in this case we have 2 against 1 on the queen side. So how is this done? In order to win this, we first activate our king a little bit. That means we are moving towards the center. And after this black king has gone to d6, we start playing b4 to take this c5 square away from him. And now we continue to activate our king. And we get into this opposition kind of position. And now black starts to move his kingside pawns because he cannot advance the king any further, and white just blocks. And now we have a situation where black doesn't have any good moves anymore, so he has to give up his good king position, and white capitalizes by just improving and getting an even stronger position with the king. Black again has to do some move, tries to go into this opposition again, and now we create a passed pawn with white. So this is the threat now that black has to address, and while he goes take care of the b pawn, white king starts eating pawns on the king side. And that's the usual technique that you can apply here, that you just create too many threats for the black player to deal with, and you can see now that there's no way for black stopping the white pawn to promote. And now let's have a look at another interesting position where white is having an extra pawn. So in this example we have a free pawn on g3, and then we have these 2 pawns that are blocking each other on the a file. And if we are too impatient now and we just push the g pawn, we see this pattern that if you have followed the first king and pawn ending video that I made, that explains that we need to get on these key squares of the pawn in order to win the endgame. But if you look at it, you will see that in this current setup this is not possible for white. And I will give you a link to the video in the top right corner now. So let's continue with the variation. White goes for the a pawn now because he has seen that this other way leads to a draw only. And let's make some moves. White takes the pawn. And now remember from my second video that white has to get on one of these 2 key squares to win the game. And with this move black prevents this, and therefore this is only a draw. So let's go back to the start, and this time we are going for the a pawn right away. Black still needs to take care of the g pawn first, and this delays his defense a little bit, and white can use his time to get on the key squares. And now black cannot stop the promotion of this pawn. So now let's go back to the starting position, and I will give you a little hint how you can judge these positions. And that's a technique that the chess theoretician Baer has figured out. So if you have pawns on a4 and a5 blockading, then whenever the white pawn is on or below this diagonal, this endgame is winning for white, and if it has pushed beyond, like we have seen when we started with this move, then the game ends in a draw. So memorize this picture, and maybe in the future it will help you in your games. Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn more about endgames or tactics, please check out also my other videos that I will give you a link here now. Thank you.